What's up, y'all? This your girl Starr Kraziness, and I'm coming to you with another review. Well, it's a new review. It's a new show I'm reviewing, Bad Girls Club. If you want it, I get it. Yeah, that's right, I said it. Okay, Bad Girls. But anyway, yeah, so it's basically like a trial run because I don't know how my lovely, lovely viewers are going to take this. You know, some might not like it, some may. I don't know, but we're just going to see if I'm going to do another review on it. But I'll still be watching it because I do watch me some Bad Girls Club. But it's called Bad Girls Club Social Disruption Season 16 Episode 1. Like it or not. So, how we gonna do this? I'm gonna tell you some stuff about the girls, then we're just gonna dive on into the episode. So, we got Tabitha. She's from the Bronx, BX. And she is 23. She's so cute. She reminds me of like a little baby doll. You know, the cute blonde hair, the cute petite body with the big boobs and the butt. She's so cute. But she got a bark on her. I can tell you that. She says that she's a rebel child. You can take her to basically Rodeo Drive. She'll still be hood. It ain't gonna go nowhere, okay? She's still gonna be her thug thistle, alright? And she's actually the first bad girl to get to the bad girl's house. Alright. So then we got Ella. She's from Dallas. She's 25. She says bad girl doesn't define her. She defines the word bad girl. And I was like, okay, whoop whoop. And she says that she didn't go to college. She wasn't feeling it. She went to the Navy at the age of 18. Alright. Then we got Z. And she's from San Jose. She's 24. She said nobody tells her what to do because she about it. Her mama don't even tell her what to do. So what makes you think she gonna listen to you? She don't even listen to her mama. I'm like, all right then, go ahead. Then she tells us how she became, I guess you could say, Instagram famous or whatever. She says that she posted up a picture and it was of her cooking in her bra and panties, and then it got created into a meme where it says Latina girls can cook, and so from there she just started gaining a lot of followers. So she meets up with Ella and come find out they both strippers. Hey, on the pole. So and they hit it off good. So then we got Adrienne. She from Philly. She 23. She talking about some bump being, you know, the center of attention. She won't be over there with the ballers. Hey, what's your name? Can I talk to you? You know, type thing. Bump that. She wants to be center stage with them, okay? And I was like, all right, get it how you live, boo. And then she says she do whatever she wants, and she comes out to tell us how she's a radio show host. So whatever she set her mind to, she's gonna get it done, and it's gonna be hers. All right, okay. Then we got Kayleigh. She's from Boston. She's 21. She's actually the youngest out of the whole group, and she's talking about she loves being and I'm like, okay. All right, then do what you do. Then she's talking about the reason why she's a bad girl is because she's small and feisty and don't take no mess. Okay, whatever. Heard that before many a times with the other girls. And so she meets up with Adrienne. They doing this little small talk. Then Kayleigh asks Adrienne, "What's your national?" I always get tongue twisted with this. What's your ethnicity? What's your ethnicity? Damn it. So Adrienne says, I'm black, and don't get it fool, I'm just light skinned, but I'm black, okay? And Kayleigh, she was like, oh, for real, my mom's black. And she's like, what? Your mom black? Let me see a birth certificate. I don't believe it. Let me see some photos, because I don't believe you. No, you ain't black. And she goes to say that she doesn't get the black girl vibe. She gets the smoker Las Vegas vibe. And I was like, how dare you put that stereotype on her? But then later on within the episode, the girl is smoking. I was like, okay, well, you might be on to something. So then we got Nisha. She from Washington, D.C., or as she call it, SHAWTY. Her lingo, I tell you. and she's 22. She's a rapper. She had a hard background, living up or childhood, stuff like that. And so she's saying how she got social media famous, I guess. She put up a video on Twitter. She went from 900 followers to 17,000. She didn't go around. Okay, she was basically saying she don't go around looking for fights, but if one come to her doorstep, she ready to go. She ain't ducking, or she about that life. I was like, go ahead, girl. So she meet up with Kayleigh and Adrienne. They talking. Then somehow she start popping off small ones. Okay, and then they start talking about kids. Kayleigh, the one who brought it up, and Nisha, she was like, I got 2 twin daughters, whatever. And they was like, what? Really? Where? And she was like, yeah, I got 2 twin daughters. So they had their own little opinion about that, and they're 5. So then we got everybody pulling up to the house, turn up. They go around, yell at each other, go take shots, go to the room they want to go to, room with whoever they want to room with. Then they realize they missing a girl, and they look on the little kiosk thing, because everybody got their own little picture with the little bio, and she basically saying, well, see you at such and such, so they assume, okay, we're gonna meet her at the club so we can all turn up or whatever like that. And then before they leave, they all go in the confessional room and say this and say that, and then Z gonna say baddest season yet. They all say that, Z. I mean, can we come up with something original, something different? I mean, damn. But then we got Kayleigh. They get to the club. Kayleigh, she's acting like the oddball. The way she dancing is not gelling right with one of the girls, which is Tabitha. She was like, she couldn't be around me. I don't like how she danced. I can't take her. She's so weak. I was like, okay, all right. I mean, let her be in her own little world. But whatever. But Tabitha, she reminded me so much of Cardi B. If y'all watch Love and Hip Hop New York, she reminds me of her voice. Reminds me of her. That was just a side note. But then we got Neasha. She and her feelings about how the new girl didn't show up, which we later find out her name is Kayleigh, aka Winter. But Kayleigh, we meet Kayleigh, and she goes and tells us her background story, and she's 22 and she from LA, and she had a rough life. She was raised in the hood. Then she gonna say, well, that means I'm black. No, boo. Just because you was raised with the majority of neighborhood black don't mean you black, okay? You still whatever you is, and it's not black. You associate yourself with black people. You might like the culture and stuff, but at the end of the day, no. Okay? So then we got so she decides before she leave her life and go to be a part of Bad Girls Club, she wants to go party out with her friends. So her and her friends, they go to a club called the Playhouse. They turning up. She talking about some, they might not like me. F them. If they don't, we can handle it. If they do, they can rock with me. All that stuff they be talking and stuff like that. And then she talking about she's the queen of LA. And I'm like, you remind me so much of Natalie Nunn. When she was like, I run LA. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got another one of that? I hope not. I really hope you don't be going around talking about something. I'm the queen of LA. I'm the queen of LA, okay? Because I just can't take it. So then we get back to the house with the other girls. Winter, which is, like I said, AK, not Kayleigh. What's her name? Kayleigh. But I'm going to call her Winter because it's just too much name changing going on over here. Her picture changed as well as her bio, talking about she'll see him tomorrow. And they thought she was coming out. So everybody in their feelings, so they just decide to go get her mattress and throw it over the railing and talking about, well, she can sleep next to her picture. I was like, really? And once again, Carly, which they call the weakest link, she's nowhere to be found. She's off somewhere going down the steps smoking on a cigarette. She like, look, I ain't got time for all this. Y'all do y'all, I'm gonna do me. It is what it is. I'm not about to be a part of this foolishness. And I'm like, okay, do you, girl. And that's how you got to be the chosen one, as they call it, to be the first victim to get kicked out the house. I'm like, why y'all gotta pick on the people who ain't trying to be about that foolishness? But I forget, we're in the Bad Girls Club, and if you ain't cussing nobody out, starting no fight, this and that. But then I really lost respect for you, Kayleigh, towards the end. But I'm gonna definitely get on that later when we get to that part. So we come to the next morning. Guess who walks in? We got Winter. She walks in with a bottle of champagne, telling us, hey, good morning, how are you? My name is Winter, blah blah blah. Like, girl, nobody trying to check for that. Where were you last night when we was turning up? Where were you? So she meeting up with some of the girls. She go in the kitchen. I think she talking to Z. And then Adrienne, she come in. She was like, what's your name or whatever. And she was like, well, my mama named me Kayleigh. I mean, not Kayleigh. Not Kylie. Kayleigh, there we go. But I prefer it to be called Winter. And she's like, I'm going to name you what your mama named you. I was like, well, damn, go ahead and tell her, Adrienne, you going to name her what her government name is, not this nickname or this name she gave herself. And she was like, I see you going to be a problem. Yes, I'm going to be a problem, like it or not. And she was like, well, what do you want me to call you? I want you to call me the name my mama gave me. And that's how we're going to roll with that. So then we go off that. Then she meets with the other girls. Nisha, I can say she's very outspoken. I like her. You know, of course the other girls don't like her because of the fact she has kids and they don't understand why she on this show. She needs to be, I guess in their eyes, she needs to be setting a better role model, especially for her little girls. To why do you want to be on such a show called the Bad Girls Club? And I was like, they got a point, but that's her prerogative, you know, like Bob Brown said. So then she confronts Winter, talking about, you know, I'm not gonna be shady with you. I'm not gonna fade the funk. I didn't like how you didn't come to the club with us last night. And Winter like, okay, you could have easily just told your friends, hey, we're gonna go party with the other girls at the Bad Girls Club and we can all just get along and turn up together. And I'm like, it doesn't really matter. Once again, y'all supposed to be there to be turning up, then supposed to be working on y'all selves, but y'all always want to be clicked up in some little clique. But it is what it is. So then we go outside. Tabitha and Winter, they link up, and Winter, she wants to start this alliance, talking about some, you know, we both blonde, we both cute, blah blah blah, let's stick together, okay? And of course Tabitha, she was like, yeah, I'm cool with that, blah blah blah. And then we got on the other side, we got I forgot the other two girls, but Kayleigh, she talking about how she is always dating felons. I'm like, what the hell you got going on? And she talking about it's because of her, I guess her dad had left, and I just can't take it. Like, you got too much going on for me. I just And then Winter, she feels like Neasha should go home because she don't need to be here turning up and all that. She need to be there with her daughters. And I was like, that was kind of like the main topic of why they wanted Neasha out. It was because of daughters. It ain't because she, you know, weak or anything. Like, she ain't gonna speak her mind or real. She about that life, but she like But then we got another night to turn up. None of the girls don't want to go out, so Tabitha, I'm just gonna call them the two blondies, which is Tabitha and Winter, they go out, they turn up, and then we come back to the house. One of the Kayleigh, yeah, she's constipated, and Z offers a remedy for her, and whatever that remedy was, talking about some, do you want vinegar or oil? I'm like, okay. So then we get back to Winter and Tabitha. They're leaving the club. Winter asks who should they let go first. like kicked out the house. Of course, Tabitha, she was like, I want Kayleigh to go. I think she really should go. Oh, you know what? And I also want Nisha to go. You know, to hell. Let's just kick both of them out at the same damn time. How about that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, all this, I guess if you ain't down with the clique, you can't get in type mentality going on around here. And so they both just burst out into laughter, like, yeah, girl, you know, I was thinking that same thing. Yeah, man, they some weedlings, you know, yeah, whatever. So, and then they did this, what's her name, Tabitha, she was like, shabba, you know, because I don't know the lingo that Nisha be having going on. So they decide Kayleigh is going to go first and Nisha is going to go second. So then we getting ready to go out to eat. They get to the restaurant. No, well, before they get to the restaurant, the girls had brought, well, Ella, she had asked Blondie, which is, I'm going to say Blondie 1. Blondie 1 is Winter and Blondie 2 is Tabitha. So that's how we're going to do it. So Blondie 1, she was asked, has she ever been married or is she married? And she was like, do it look like I got a rock on this finger? Then no. And then they got up to the they got to a section where it was talking about a broke dude versus a rich dude. And Blondie 1, she was like, I done dated a broke dude and I done dated a rich dude. If I had to choose, I would rather date a rich dude. You know, I've been done wrong by both of them, but at the end of the day, if I had to pick, it would be a rich dude. And I'm like, that's still wrong. Like, if he's still treating you right, I mean, it's treating you wrong, but he's still buying you, still taking you out, that ain't love. Like, no, I want somebody to do both ish, okay? Treat me right, and if you want to treat me to the finer things in life, do that. Like, I don't, no, all or nothing over here, boo. Not no half stepping, talking about some, oh, you can still do me dirty, but I still want some gifts. No, I want it all, homie. I want it all. Alright? Because I'm a good damn woman, so I need a good man. You hear me? See, don't be settling for less, ladies. So, I totally did not agree with that. But she's saying if she gonna be treated wrong, let a rich dude be with her. I was like, okay. Because then she brought up the whole Walmart situation. If a dude asks me, hey, can I take you out? She gonna say, hell no. I'm like, but he got a job. Do you know how hard it is to find somebody who has a job, who got a whip, and you trying to turn him down? So I kind of felt what Nisha was talking about when she had corrected her, you know, stepped on her front door. I'm like, look, I didn't feel that you really kind of knew what you were saying or whatever. So then we get from that whole situation and we get to the restaurant. And personally, I think Blondie 1, she wanted to start some trouble, because she gonna say, yo, I'm cold. And then somebody was like, well, Kayleigh, can you switch? Not Kayleigh. Kayleigh, can you switch with Winter? And Kayleigh like, no. Why would you want to pick me? I'm the smallest person. What the hell? No, I ain't switching. She go over to do what she gotta do. And then we got Neasha. She, like I said, she brought the whole Walmart situation, talking about some she ain't gonna be phony or fake. And I'm like, I don't like when people keep telling me I'm not trying to be phony or fake, I ain't the shade. I'm like, okay, say what you gotta say. Damn. So she went and said what she had to say. And of course, Winter, she was like, look, you date whoever you want to date, but my preference is, if I'm gonna get played to the left or whatever, I'd rather be with a rich dude, okay? But you do you, boo. You do you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So then, of course, Nisha was I guess she was taken back about that response, and she was like, whoosh, freak, do you then, boo, do you, shabba. I'm like, Shabbat and your thoughts. I was like, okay, all right. So then we got we get back to the house and we got, what's her name, the two blondes, and they approach Ella and they're basically saying, you know, who do you want at the house, you know, and they say who they want out the house, and Ella was like, nah, man, you know, give her a little more time, you know. They was like, nah, she needs to go because she's born, two, it don't look like she can back herself up, and three, she just weak as hell. And I was like, all right then. So then on the outside we got Adrienne, Kayleigh, and what's her name, Dread. What's the girl with the dreads? Dang, her, Nisha. They talking outside, and of course Neasha, she's still venting about what happened at the restaurant, talking about, hell, we all going through struggles. Is your name on the Walk of Fame with the stars and stuff? No. So we all struggling at the end of the day. And here go Adrienne. Yeah, we all real regular people out here trying to make day to day, make paycheck to paycheck. So I don't know who she thinks she talking to. But then on the other hand, once they got this whole thing with Kayleigh trying to kick her out, you on their side. I'm like, you right. You playing both fences. I'm gonna need you to pick a side. I'm just saying. So then, what's her name? Winter, she talks about how she wants a new girl. She wants somebody to start some drama because it's just so boring. I'm like, that's the problem. Y'all need to find something to do. Shit, trying to do all this extra stuff. So then it's another time to go out. Everybody need to go turn up. And most of the girls, they doing them, but the other half of the girls, they like, I'm ready for some drama to pop off. It's just getting too boring around here. You know, people don't want to do nothing. They just want to stay to themselves. It's just, I'm ready for some drama to pop off. Maybe I should start the drama or whatever. I was like, y'all need too much time on your hands. Too much time. So then, when we get to the club, you can tell it's a division within the group because you have Z, Nisha, and Kayleigh on the one side. Then you have the two blondes, and we have Ella. And of course, Adrienne, to me, she's playing both sides, but she's neutral. So the Ella and the two blondes, they go like in the restroom area, and they try to cocked up a plan about how they gonna get Kayleigh out. It's either gonna be Kayleigh or it's gonna be Nisha, but they prefer it be Kayleigh first. And I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever. So once they get out the club, they end up going in two separate whips. Of course, like I said, with the two groups now, it's a division within the group. And then Adrienne joins the blondes and Ella, and basically they cracking up on Kayleigh, you know, making fun of her and saying she gotta go because she's so weak and this and that. I'm like, y'all need to get a life. And so then when we get to the house, Kayleigh and Adrienne, they in the confession room talking about some, sorry Kayleigh, we liked you and this and that, but majority rules. And they crazy butts, they end up laughing and falling on their butts out the damn chairs. I'm like, I can't take it. So basically the rest of the girls are in the confessional, besides, I want to say Z. Well, was Z in there? I don't think she might have been, but Kayleigh and Nisha, they were outside and they was just trying to figure out what the hell are they in there laughing and gooing and cracking up about. You know, of course Nisha like, she don't give a crap what they doing, because if it ain't affecting her, she ain't listening at it, okay? But she tired of them making all this noise in the background. So they come out, and Kayleigh, she goes past the confessional room, and next thing you know, you see the two blondes just swoop her up and talk. Well, first they said, what day is it? No, what time is it? It's moving day. And then they swoop her up, put her outside. They didn't do a good job of that because she came right back inside. She started tussling with what's her name, Winter. They doing their little thing, and then they break up and they cool off for a minute. Then Tabitha says, "You can fight me." What she said? I want to make sure I got it right. Yeah, you can fight me, fight her, or you can walk out. And this is where I lost my respect for Kayleigh. She gonna say, "Fine, get me my suitcases." What the child? Are you serious? These girls done picked you up. First of all, you put your hands on me. That's strike one. Two, you done put my butt out there on the ground. That's strike two. Strike three, you done put your hands on me. You talking about some fine then go get my suitcases? Oh hell no. It's about to be World War III up in here. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I need to fight you. Let's go. Let me get my let me catch my wind. Let me catch my breath after I beat your butt. Then I'll go to Winter. Ain't no let me grab my suitcases. Girl, total lost respect for your butt. And then so that was just A-okay for the other girls. They ran upstairs packing her stuff, and then she gonna be like, just, oh my gosh, I chipped a nail. What? Why you? Who cares? They are packing up your ish, and they gonna try to throw that out. So they throwing her stuff over the railing, talking about some leave and this and that, and she gonna get in her feelings. And then Nisha, she came around the corner and she getting in her feelings, talking about, you gonna let them do that to you? You gonna let them do that to you? And here go Kayleigh, she coming up the stairs and stuff like that, and trying to get into it with Nisha. But I don't even know why you trying to get into it with Nisha, because in my book, you need to leave, because them words, go get my suitcases, shouldn't even been in your vocabulary for it to come out your mouth to say what you said. Because at that point, yeah, you're weak. I'm sorry, you're weak, because no, I'm like, really? That's how you feel, bitch? Okay, come on down here, one-on-one. But once again, whatever. So they packing up her stuff. Then she gets back into it with Winter, because Winter, she had nudged her while she was taking her stuff down. Then we got Neasha. She talking to Ella and Adrienne. And Adrienne gonna act dumbfounded. Why you mad at me? Like, you know why. And she goes to say, well, it was a majority rule vote. You know, you're not the only one. We were trying to get Kayleigh out too. I'm like, girl, get on out the screen somewhere. And then here go Ella. Well, you're next. You're gonna be put out next. And of course, Nisha like, who? Shabbat? No, I don't think so. Y'all gonna have to do a little better than that to try to get me up out this house. I'm not Kayleigh. I'm not what's her name? Kayleigh. I will go down with the fight, boo. A serious fight. 2, we can go. Cause no, boo, it ain't even gonna go down like that. Alright. So I was like, I was feeling it. So after everything died down, Nisha and what's her name? Ella and Tabitha, they talking, and Ella was like, look, it ain't about you being weak. It's about your kids. You're not setting a good example for them with you being on this show. Like, no, I'm not feeling it. And of course, Nisha was like, look, they good. They got they grandma. Like, what's with this show? You put everything for the show. She was like, they got their grandma. They good. I'm on here for them to make these moves so I can make this money so they can be extra good. So I don't want to hear about these kids. I'm staying. What's good? You know, I was like, all right, then go ahead, girl. So then, what else we got? She was like, y'all ain't gonna get rid of me, not tonight, because I have to go. Do you hear me? loud and clear. I have to go to bed, honey. Don't be trying to do all this now. You got her, but you damn sure ain't gonna get me. Okay. So then we got what's her name? We got Winter and we got Ella. They outside smoking. And Ella talking about some, well, you know, Nisha not weak by no means. She real cool. She real and everything. But it's just them kids I can't deal with. If anything, if she wanted to be on the show, she should go to Love and Hip Hop, not Bad Girls Club. But that don't even make sense. They both wretched as hell. You both getting paid to be wretched as hell. So no, if anything, she don't need to be on no reality TV show. If you want to put it that way, you tell me she need to be on Love and Hip Hop. What the get the? Let me get off that. Okay. So then we get back into the house, and when I saw this, I was like, you should just limped your on out the door. Do you hear me? We got Kayleigh. She limping with her clothes that she gonna have to get up by herself, cause she decides go get my suitcases. Then she gonna get mad cause they throwing her stuff, talking about something. Let me get my own ish. No, boo, you don't need to get your own ish. You done made up your mind you want to leave because this was just. How many times have we done went over how the Bad Girls Club is a mental type game? You really have to be mentally prepared, especially living with. Well, how many people they had, like 7 or 6 girls in one house? Like, it's a lot dealing with females. So, I mean, you should have known this. Let's just say I done lost respect for that girl. I just can't. But she having this little speech to us in the little confessional, talking about something. You're going to have to do way more than this to get me out. I'm staying. I'm here to stay. Blah, blah, blah. But in the same token, you was just talking about how you don't know if you can deal with this and this and that. But now you got some balls. I want to stay. I want to prove to y'all that y'all can't just do what you do to get me out the house. You're going to have to do a little bit more. I'm like, okay. Show me. Yes, please show me, because the move you just pulled, you like they said that you weak as hell for that. Weak as hell. But that was my review on Bad Girls Club. Season 16, episode 1. Y'all tell me what y'all think about the episode as well as my commentary. I don't know if I'm gonna review it. Y'all will be the judge of that again, but I definitely will be watching it. So, see you on the next review. Peace. I be flexing.